I've had Christmas songs stuck in my head.
That's how we practice before. You know how artists have to do their little podcast.
What is it? Seashell, shut the seashore. What would he say on Anchorman? I love Scotch. Scotch.
Oh, gosh.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Woo. We were just talking about how Cass's family is having like a little bit of a later party, right?
Yes.
Where we start super early.
Yes.
And you have to work on Tuesday.
Yes. Well, let's make it clear. It's my in-laws. They decided Monday at 4 p.m. I was like, what the hell? All these retired assholes? I'm just joking.
Some people got to work on Tuesday.
Hey, what did you get for Christmas?
A dishwasher. What did you get?
A dishwasher.
Yay! I had to think about it. I'm like, wait, it's not Christmas yet.
You got your Christmas present.
How long have you been without a dishwasher before you got the new one?
Never.
Oh, see, I've been without for like years.
Don't get me wrong. Every time I turned the other one on, I would be like, today's the day. I'm going to walk into the kitchen. It's going to be flooded. It would be like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Sometimes I would just turn the dial a little, make it stop doing that. We
have hard water here. Terrible water.
Yes.
And we weren't very good at putting the salt in. I think we've mentioned that before. Yeah. And now we make sure that it's we even have a new tank for the salt, so nothing should be going wrong.
Yeah.
Our coffee pots are lasting longer.
Good.
Things are lasting a lot longer. So I'm hoping that the dishwasher will last a lot longer. We bought one. It broke down within a year. It needed a motherboard. So we bought another dishwasher. It broke down, had someone come look at it. I think he's retired now. And he said, I think it's your water, but you need another motherboard.
Oh, my gosh.
And so then we just said, oh, fuck it. We're just not going to have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like something happens to it.
Yeah.
So I've been carefully like making sure and
and
using the right soap.
I gave you some dishwasher tabs.
Yeah, you did.
So.
Those were Cascade or those are great.
They're
I
like
tried
the
them.
Platinum Plus.
Yeah, those are great. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know what? And I've heard people kind of complain about those, but I ask them, I go, well, how old is your dishwasher? And they go, yeah, it's kind of old. I think they don't work well in the older dishwashers. I think they are literally made for the new ones.
Okay.
You know,
do the new ones get hotter to melt the packet?
You know what? I feel like, okay, so my last dishwasher, it was plastic inside, and this one is stainless steel inside, which not only makes it way quieter, but I think, like you said, it like gets hotter and it like washes better. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. But
no, I don't know.
I feel like, you know, the other one wasn't brand new, but it was new to us, and it worked okay, but this one is like phenomenal. Like, I can leave food on the dishes and it washes it off, you know.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm a little afraid for that. I most of my stuff is pretty clean before I put it in there, but it's nice to keep it shiny. Like the glasses look so much better. My utensils look so much better. You don't realize how much dishwashers get when you don't have one. Like I said, we haven't had one for years, but
I know. And you guys are kind of like
really
us. Like, it's just me and Johnny at home most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just you and Steve and Julia at home.
And
it's like, you guys just wash your dishes as you go. And that's kind of how I was for a long time too. And I was laughing because my brother-in-law said, how's the dishwasher? I go, I don't know. I haven't used it yet, you know.
You haven't used it yet?
I have now. But it was like I had it for like a week before I used
walked
it.
around my house going, what can I clean right now? Because we're so used to washing everything, even now.
Yeah.
You know, Steve will go to wash a bowl. I'm like, wait, put it in the dishwasher. He's like, no, why?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. Gets it clean.
Because I want to use it.
I opened up my pots and pans. Oh, it does so good for the tops.
Yes. And do you have the third?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so
it's so cool. It's like a little tray that just holds your utensils flat or anything you want to lay flat.
You can put like your big spoons and stuff up there, right?
Yeah, I love it.
So I think we got the same exact one. I think me and you got the same exact one.
No way.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh my gosh.
But I was telling my sister, I go, it's so hard to make a full load. I had dishes in both sides of my sink, and it didn't fill it. I was like, I'm just going to run it because it's basically
And don't you hate that? You want it full to run. Yeah.
The other one, it was like, I couldn't even fit all the dishes in it. And this one, I'm like, there's too much room. Just never happy.
I also want to say happy birthday to Sarah, Two Chicks Talking Flicks.
Oh, happy birthday.
She is 40 today.
Yay!
Happy birthday.
40 and thriving.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Pretty cool. She's super sweet. So online, we've been doing different surveys online.
Oh, okay.
So I was asking people if they were to bring an appetizer, what would they bring?
Ooh.
We also asked what they thought was on the list for what not to do at a company holiday party.
Ooh.
And both were amazing. So do you want to talk food or what not to do at a holiday party?
I would like to talk food first.
Okay.
Because you and Julia got me a very nice charcuterie cheese knife set and a very nice board that I'm so excited to use.
So that is actually not from me.
No, you didn't.
That's from, if you look at the card, it says it's from Steve and Julia.
Well, I saw that, but I was like, Steve didn't have nothing to do with it.
He actually did. It was 100% his idea. And he told Julia, we have to get something for Cass for picking you up from the airport.
Yeah.
And he goes, seriously, she is the nicest person. He goes, Mayor, you called her, and within a minute, Julia was getting picked up.
Yeah.
On Friday at the airport.
Can
you
I
didn't
talk
even
about,
stutter. You were like, yes, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
What time?
Can I talk about how perfect me and Julia's timing was?
Yes, she told us, but please tell everyone.
I have never had this kind of luck. I'm kind of dilly-dallying. Well, first, you were like, oh, she's landing at 5:55, not 6:30. And I'm like, fuck, I'm running out the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm like kind of dilly-dallying because I'm like, okay, it says I'm going to be there at like 6:15.
Yeah.
That's not enough time for her to get off of the plane. I always have to pee when I get off the plane, you know. So I kind of like slowed down, got behind a semi, was just going, and then boom, I hit traffic, and I was like, shit. And you're like, she landed, and I'm like, shit, I just hit traffic, you know? So then I come speeding up, and I call her, like, as soon as I enter arrivals.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm just walking out now. And I look over, and I go, oh, my God, there you are. And I pulled over, and I just waited for her, and that was... I have never had that good. I've had to, you know, you got to go around like 1 or 2, maybe 5 times, you know?
Yeah.
That was so perfect. It has never been that perfect.
And if anyone has ever been an arrival at O'Hare or have had people pick you up, it is a very busy airport.
Oh, my God, dude.
It's so busy. I mean, I know a lot of people will say, well, have you been to Atlanta or have you been to, you know, maybe Texas or something? They are also busy, Utah and stuff, and California, right, is so busy. But I don't know what it is.
It was a little nerve-wracking.
It is very nerve-wracking in O'Hare until you're used to it. And you can tell that it frazzles people.
Julia has such faith in me. We're out of the airport now. We're getting ready to get on like 294 or whatever, you know, whatever it is that I take home. And I'm watching this dude behind me because he was trying to get in front of me, and I kind of sped up a little bit because there just wasn't enough room. Like not that we were racing or anything, but I just, just get behind me, you know?
Yeah.
And then I'm watching him, and I look in front of me, and the guy's slamming on his brakes, and I was like, and I was like, oh, sorry, Julia. And she's like, and I go, I'm very impressed. You didn't even like reach for the dashboard. You didn't. And she goes, yeah, I just trusted you. And I was like, oh, it's a little crazy.
She's a very calm passenger.
She is.
I am not.
I would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. Steve and I almost got hit in Florida last week.
Did you?
So we were driving, and he was looking down at his phone, and I looked over at him and then looked back, and all of a sudden this van is like diagonal into our lane.
Oh my God.
They didn't see us. And I hit the brakes. I didn't really like slam on my brakes because Steve wasn't paying attention, so he wouldn't have been able to stop himself.
Yeah.
So I kind of like hit the brakes but not slammed because I was like, this guy's head's gonna go through.
You didn't give him the mom seatbelt?
No, I didn't actually because I hung on to the.
Let him hit his face.
Well, I actually thought that I was gonna hit them, so I hung on to the 10 and 2.
Wheel,
you know,
and
just laid on the horn. It's probably the first time I've used the horn in years because I just don't anymore. I feel like if I lay on the horn, I'm gonna get shot.
Right.
I hate to say it like that, but I do. And they didn't even. It didn't even
flinch.
Nope.
Florida drivers are a different breed.
It's like they didn't even know that and it was, someone older in a van, and they just kind of like moved on over. I'm like, wow, you almost got smashed.
They're not honking at me.
And they would have been worse because they were the driver. I would have hit the driver's side, and we would have been all right. But I was just like, stop it.
That's wild.
Stop.
Anyways, back to food.
Back to food. So you're drinking water, and I decided to take like a 5-minute nap today at 5:05 before you came over. So I am out of it. I'm using my glasses to read, which I haven't had to use in a while. And I have hot chocolate with whipped cream.
Yes.
So pause us right now and either go get a water to hydrate yourself or go get some hot chocolate.
Or have a glass of wine.
That too, if it's at night.
I mean, unless
if it's
you're
in the
driving.
morning, do your Red Bulls or your coffee.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we asked, and this is so fun for me because 20 hours ago, which would have been what? Like late last night, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
I was going to say,
because we're recording on Tuesday around 6.
Yeah.
And so it was late at night, and I thought, well, I don't think anybody's going to be on, but I'm still going to ask it because I thought it was so cool. It says, you're asked to bring an appetizer to the party. What are you bringing? And I woke up this morning with 23, 24, 26 comments of ideas.
We know what I would
so
bring.
Great.
I would bring charcuterie board.
You do it so well.
Do.
My mom always says that you always bring such beautiful platters.
I like
dishes.
to make my salami roses and stuff.
Oh my gosh.
I get fancy about it.
You do.
I love it.
So I was watching, I can't look at you with my glasses on. I keep getting dizzy. I keep taking them off. I'm so annoying tonight. I was watching TikTok, of course, because that's where we get our news. And they use a can. Have you seen that where they use, I don't know if it's a tomato paste can or a small soup Campbell's can.
Okay.
And they put the pepperoni.
Okay.
And they boop, and they
drop it
They
in?
lay it flat and then push it in with a little end of the spoon.
Really? Okay.
And then they put another one, until it's full, and then they push it out and it's a rose.
Get out.
Yeah, look it up on TikTok.
Hopefully my phone's listening.
Yeah, hopefully.
Charcuterie
roses with cans. It's really neat. And they were doing cheeses with that, and I was like, okay. And of course, out of all the TikToks I send you, I didn't send you that one. I send you all the other goofy
you wanted
stuff.
to keep that one a secret.
If there's a puppy or something funny or someone falling, that's what I send you. And of course, I didn't send you the food. So
that's okay.
I send Bestie a lot of baking stuff that she can do with the kids, like the Oreos that you can cover in chocolate and make them into ornaments and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. I send that to all the besties. So. Okay, so Sarah, who turned 40, she's at the top of our list. She brings a beef nacho dip.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I could get behind that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Is that like I like the chili cheese dip too.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing.
Yum.
I'm just picturing a mound of amazing looking nachos that I will sit and eat as the party's going on.
So have you ever heard of Hanky Pankies?
No.
Okay. So shout out to Campbell and Aaron who got engaged.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Wonderful. About time.
Aaron's family introduced me to Hanky Pankies, and it is ground beef with Velveeta, so probably similar to that dip. That's what made me think of it.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's other stuff in it, but you put it on little breads and then you bake it in the oven.
Yes.
It is so good.
I have had that before. It's so good.
Yes.
People bring these beautiful, like Sarah brings the beef nacho dip.
But
how would you keep it warm?
A mini crock pot works wonders, right?
Oh, sure.
A little crock
sure.
pot. Like I have one of those crock pots that has 3 crock pots that you can put hot dips in.
Oh, okay.
And that helps. But like when you make like a cheesy sauce, like when you make mac and cheese, I always tell people if they ask me for suggestions, once you like add your shredded cheese, cut the heat because it'll break it, right? It'll break your sauce kind of.
Okay.
So, but like in a dip situation, add a little bit of cream to loosen it up and then keep it warm. And then that should help.
You don't have to keep it like high.
No,
It's just like a nice little warm temp.
You just put it on warm. Yeah.
I always see these beautiful dips. I'm like, how would I keep it looking nice throughout the party?
Yeah.
But okay, small crock
And I have one of those small ones from like 1970 that my grandma gave me.
Perfect.
Or I got it from Johnny's mom or something.
Yeah, it's probably as old as my blender.
Yes.
It's just amazing. And my hand mixer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's still working. I'm not getting rid of it or buying a new one.
Yeah. Why?
So Drew says barbecue meatballs.
Yum.
And I have a feeling he's very particular about the way he cooks, or so I've heard what he's told me.
Yeah.
And I bet that sauce is
on
chef's
point.
Kiss. Delish.
I wonder if he does, a lot of people do the chili sauce and grape jelly.
Yeah, I do.
Meatballs.
Yeah, I do jelly.
Yeah. A lot of people do that.
We'll be curious to know.
I was laughing. We were having a group text about Christmas for the in-laws, and my sister-in-law Sharon said, I'm going to bring barbecue meatballs and Kringle, if you know what Kringle is.
Yes.
If you live near Wisconsin, you know what Kringle is. It's kind of like a coffee cake, but
Better.
You know, you can't really compare it to coffee cake. It's different. Anyways, so we have 2 different group messages because we have family that lives out of town. So generally we won't have them in the conversation about Christmas because they're not going to be here, you know. So the conversation started with the family out of town, and then we moved over to the other group message, and she said it again, and then somebody else was like, okay, so Sharon's bringing meatballs and Kringle, and then someone was like, dang, I was hoping to bring meatballs, and then Sharon's like, I'm bringing meatballs, and then like 6 days later, my sister-in-law Val's like, so Sharon, you bringing meatballs? You know,
so funny.
You guys are nerds.
Anyone else bringing the meatballs?
So then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna bring yet. I know it ain't meatballs, you know.
We got that covered.
Yeah. And then my sister-in-law Valerie, she was like, Cass, and she sends me a picture. And it's the bacon wrapped wieners with the brown sugar. Done. I'm bringing that.
That is so funny
Perfect.
that you just said that.
Is that the next one on the list?
That is the next one from Jason. He says stuffed mushroom dip. That sounds delish. Or bacon wrapped weenies covered in brown sugar.
Yep.
I didn't know that they were covered in brown sugar.
Yes.
I've seen them.
Yes. You know what? In the recipe actually that Valerie sent me, I've never done. You take butter and melt it with brown sugar, pour it over, and then you still sprinkle more brown sugar on top. And I was like, oh, okay.
Cow. Is that
all
dessert
right,
or an app?
all right.
Wow,
It's
amazing.
Both. It's both.
Yeah, you could have it before and after.
Yeah.
But
I want to know more about stuffed mushroom dip.
yeah, Jason, let us know.
I'm going to have to Google that.
I know he listens, so maybe under his reply, he can send us the recipe too. So I'm hoping I'm pronouncing their name right, but I believe it's Rilla, Rilla.
Rilla?
Rilla.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's super cute, by the way.
Yeah.
They bring spinach dip,
Yum.
piggies in a blanket,
Yum.
or deviled eggs, and it depends on the season, they said. Yeah.
Oh, really? On the
Yeah.
season? Wait, because why?
So I wonder if what would
springtime?
I feel like
Yeah.
spinach dip would be springtime.
Oh, I was going to say deviled eggs for springtime because you hard
Deviled
boil all
eggs
those
would be,
eggs anyways.
I feel like anything warm, like piggies in a blanket. I feel like that would be winter.
Winter.
But I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I don't
Yeah.
eat
well,
the piggies.
spinach dip, is she doing spinach artichoke hot
Right,
dip
right.
or is it the cold
then that
one
could
with
be
like
for
the
winter.
Hawaiian bread? Yeah.
Hawaiian bread one
Yeah.
would be summer,
Yeah.
spring, fall, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she says
And
they said-
deviled eggs, I was just talking to Bestie about it because one of us sent the recipe to, I think she sent me a recipe for one. And I was like, why don't we eat deviled eggs more often? Why do we save them for the holidays?
I'll tell you why. Because Julia brought home 3 boiled egg. What do you call them? Hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah.
And I had one yesterday and almost killed the whole household.
You had to wear a
That's why
biohazard bag on your butt.
We don't eat deviled eggs at every party.
You know what? Because I'll eat like on the weekends a lot. I'll eat scrambled eggs sandwich. You know, I don't feel like it gives me the farts like deviled eggs do. Yeah.
Why do they do that? Someone
don't-
tell me the science.
You know what? And like again, I know everybody has seen the videos out there about this, but like you eat 2 scrambled eggs, like that's enough in the morning. But deviled eggs, I will eat 40 of them. I can eat so many deviled eggs. They are so good.
Steven graduated
Yes.
this past weekend, so we were in Florida.
Yes.
And one of the appetizers at a steakhouse that we went to was deviled eggs. And so I got them because I figured most of the...
You were like, I'm going to fart the whole hotel out.
Because I was staying in a small hotel room, I did not eat one. But I was watching everyone else eat one. I'm like, I wonder which one at this table is going to get a stomach ache. But nobody did.
No.
I think I'm just sensitive to deviled eggs.
Were they fancy deviled eggs?
So fancy.
Really?
Yeah. I wish I could remember the place
Like
that
they
we
put
went
like
to.
caviar on deviled eggs and stuff now.
For us, because what we didn't do bacon for some reason. She told us it was something. So there was like a jalapeno on one, and like it was very fancy, and they were very good. And it was neat to see that they were an appetizer.
Yeah.
And you got 6 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Or 6 halves.
6 halves.
6
so
halves.
3
yeah.
eggs. Yeah. I could eat all 6. Yeah.
Crystal says likely a veggie za.
Okay.
Yes.
Veggie pizza. Love that. Yes.
Or bacon wrap wieners.
Yes.
So people like to make those.
Those are very popular.
Yeah. I forget about the veggie zas.
Yeah. Somebody in my family or in Johnny's family always makes the veggie pizza. I think Julie's making it this year. And her or Val usually make it, and it's one of my favorites.
So good.
Yeah.
Judy said that she brings the classic cheese sausage crackers.
Yes.
Love it.
You call that charcuterie.
You do. You do.
We're calling that charcuterie now. We're fancy.
Yes, for sure. Katerina with a K. I hope I'm saying that right as well. Katerina. Yeah. She makes spinach pie triangles. So I've seen those that might be not the same as like hers.
A quiche?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Or I remember seeing them in
like
the flaky
spanakopita or however you say that.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. Those look delicious.
So good. So
yes.
good. Kim, well, she brings deviled eggs too.
I love
so she likes to give people the farts.
The farts.
And Jen from Genuine said, excuse me, I'm burping.
Wait, let me guess. Does she bring coffee?
She brings a charcuterie. Oh my good Lord. Charcuterie girl. But I will show you because you're not online.
No.
I will show you the picture of what hers looks like. It's like yours.
Ooh.
Yeah. Amazing.
I love
and Kelsey
fancy
says
meats and cheese.
overachiever Jen.
Yeah.
Megan Lewis does bruschetta and bread.
Ooh.
So she must do bruschetta, a bowl with the bread around it, where my husband and the other Megan does it on the bread. And it's like a
delish.
Yeah, all of it.
Yes.
Kristen from Aeon Gallery said she can't show up without her taco dip without getting reprimanded because it must be very good. My sister-in-law does a good taco dip too.
I love taco dip. Is that like the 7-layer taco dip where you do like beans and then like sour cream and guacamole and then some lettuce and tomato and olives and
well, we've been to Aeon Gallery when she's had food like at the art shows and
I
stuff,
think that's the kind we had.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And actually my Aunt Jen said, can you please send me the message? Can you please send me a message on your recipe? My cousin loves taco dip, and I'm always purchasing it at the supermarket. That's fantastic.
Hey, you know what? Some of the stores have some delicious taco dip, and if you don't have to make it, good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I love taco dip from the store.
Courtney, I think she's innovative.
Okay.
Barbecue meatballs or a cheese and sausage tray.
Yeah.
So classics.
Perfect.
And so good. Mindy does the deviled eggs and veggie pizza.
Yum.
So, I mean, everyone knows what they're doing here. Everyone knows what they're doing.
I see a theme here.
Yeah, absolutely.
American.
Yeah. I saw Mindy a couple times last week, actually. It was pretty funny.
I wonder, like, what they do in other countries for Christmas, if they have appetizers.
You know, I didn't even think about it. I should have looked it up. I was too worried about what not to do at a party.
Appetizers in the U.S. are a thing. I don't know if they are in other countries. Christmas appetizers.
While you're looking that up, Shannon says her sausage dip and chips.
What is sausage dip?
I don't know. I think I remember seeing it once. I don't know if she brought it to work once or not, but it just sounds phenomenal.
That sounds
Any kind of dip sounds phenomenal to me. Susan says roasted sweet potato rounds with herbed cheese and walnuts. What?
That sounds delicious.
That sounds like a poem.
Wait, say it again. I want to hear it again.
Roasted sweet potato rounds with herbed cheese and walnuts.
Oh my God, that's fancy.
Oh, what?
That is fancy.
Bestie says it depends, right? So summer, it's veggie, fruit tray, or taco dip.
Yeah.
In the winter, it's spinach, artichoke dip, or barbecue meatballs. She's really good with the crock.
Yeah.
And it also depends on the crowd, the theme, or the requests.
Right.
Yeah. Which is
I agree.
Her cousin, Christine, says bacon-wrapped water chestnuts.
Okay.
So
We've
good.
been eating those since I was born, I swear, in my family. And some people have like came to the house with us and they're like, what is that? And I'm like, what do you mean, what is that? Like, they're so good. And like my aunt would put water chestnut. You said water chestnuts?
Yeah.
Okay, she would do bacon wrapped dates with water chestnuts inside of it, or goat cheese inside of the date. Oh my God.
I'm addicted to goat cheese.
I love it so much.
Annie says she stresses for weeks about what she should make and then basically just buys cookies from Jewel. She says she chickens out and just buys cookies.
That is perfect.
Hey, Jewel's got great cookies, so I'm all in.
That is perfect.
So you might know what this is. I have not heard of this. This is Tyler. Congratulations, Tyler.
Yes, congratulations. Tyler and Kendra had their baby. I'm an auntie again.
Smoked shotgun shells.
Okay. So he brought these to Johnny's retirement party. And it was, what are those noodles that you fill? The manicotti.
Oh, sure.
Like manicotti noodles, but short ones. And he fills them with barbecue pulled pork. And you grill them. And you, like, slather them in barbecue sauce. And they are good.
Unbelievable.
They are good.
That's new to me. I don't remember seeing them at the party.
No, he didn't have a lot at the party.
So
like
probably gone.
He maybe made, like, 10 or 15 of them, and we cut them in half, and they were gone real quick.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Avelda says meatballs.
Meatballs, man.
Always with the meatballs.
Always the meatballs.
Are they barbecue? Are they fancy? Are they spicy? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I feel like most
ask.
people do barbecue, but really meatballs, like, you could do a lot of different sauces with meatballs.
Yeah. Craig says whatever his wife makes because that will rule.
Leave it to the wife.
Yeah.
I have a list of 20 traditional British appetizers.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So they do sausage rolls, which it looks like sausage inside of almost like a little puff pastry.
Oh, wow.
Or something like that. They look pretty good. What is this one? Angels on horseback?
What website are you at so that our listeners can maybe go check it out?
Delishsides.com.
Okay.
Delishsides.com. Okay, angels on horseback. Fresh oysters wrapped in smoky bacon with salt, pepper, paprika, fresh parsley. Okay. And they say drink it with a glass of white wine. Okay. I don't know. See how different it is?
Yeah.
Then we have potted shrimp. Okay. It's
in a pot?
I think it comes out of a can, infused with spices like ground mace and cayenne pepper. The shrimp bursts with complex flavors, yet remains easy to make. Serve it on
If it comes out of a can, how do you make it?
You serve it on hot brown toast. Oh. It says
brown toast?
It says it takes about 20 minutes to prepare 2 ramekins. But it looks like those little, like the little salad shrimp almost.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it's
like little cocktail shrimp. Little cocktail.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like the little itty bitties.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
That's a staple over there. What do they have here? Welsh rarebit. Is
that kind of like prime rib here, but small?
It's combination of stout Lancashire cheese and English mustard powder.
Oh.
It creates a cheesy heaven that you spread over toast. Okay.
A lot of toast.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of
toast?
A lot of those kind of?
This one looks oh wait. I thought that was mushrooms. Okay. Deviled kidneys.
Oh.
I thought it was mushrooms. For those who love organ meats, deviled kidneys offers a spicy and flavorful British snack.
I'm not going to be able to finish my hot chocolate here.
A dusting of flour, cayenne, and mustard. The kidneys are seared in butter for a crisp texture.
To hide all of the kidney flavor.
It says add mushrooms to elevate the flavor. So maybe I was.
Add mushrooms to elevate the flavor? Mushrooms have no flavor. What?
I don't know. This one actually looks good. Smoked salmon with potato scones.
That sounds good.
That looks good.
That does look really good.
I love smoked salmon. I made my aunt bring that to Thanksgiving, and we devoured it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, deviled whitebait with roasted garlic mayo. They look like little tiny fishes that you probably just eat the whole thing. Like,
what is that in the can? Like herrings? Sardines, thank you. Yeah.
I like herring, too.
Is that the
That's
same?
Good.
Or, different fish,
different
but
fish.
It's still the same size that I'm thinking?
No. The herring comes in a big jar. It's usually with either creamy or a white wine.
Yes. You can tell I don't eat any of this stuff.
Jam jar prawn cocktails. I'm not...
Okay.
I'm not digging
so
that
it looks like it's in like a fancy cup. or glass?
I don't. Because I really love like shrimp cocktail, right?
Yeah.
It's cocktail sauce. You just dip the shrimp in it.
That looks like it's shredded though, right? You said
this is simple ingredients into an elegant British hors d'oeuvre. Layers of crispy pancetta crumbs, lettuce, and prawns make up this classic English starter. The sauce brings mayo, yogurt, and ketchup into a lovely mix. Now, I can't.
That's a stomach ache waiting to happen.
Nope. Haggis bonbons. So if you know what haggis is, I think we talked about haggis in our one like odd foods around the world.
Okay.
And it's like a mixture of meats and rice and whatever cooked in the stomach of something.
Oh, right. All right.
But this looks like maybe you don't need the stomach. You just make the stuff
Good thing. Okay.
into a ball and, deep fry it. So leek and potato soup. That's good.
Yeah,
I can handle that.
It's light.
Then they have like a baked brie. They have split pea soup. That's probably maybe like a New Year's thing. Like a lot of people eat
ham after Christmas for New Year's, right? And they do
black-eyed peas.
for
New Year's, right? It's supposed to bring good luck.
Yep.
Scotch eggs. Have you ever had Scotch eggs?
I have seen them. Are they?
Yes.
Do they look fried? Are they brown?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like you like take a kind of a soft boil. Take a soft boiled egg, wrap it in sausage, breadcrumbs, and fry it.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Those are delicious. I would eat a handful of those. Pate. Pate is this one is specifically mackerel pate. So it'd be like a smoked fish dip.
Yeah.
Jason loves that. I know you love that, Jason. Easy cheesy leeks. Cheesy leeks, I could do that. Bar pickled eggs. So hard-boiled eggs that are pickled. I've never had those.
I wonder what would happen if all of these things that you mentioned someone brought to a party here in the States, like maybe our Christmas Eve party.
Nobody
would
know
all
what to
these
do.
people that are mentioning meatballs and the charcuterie board and cheese and crackers and all that kind of stuff. I wonder if
how it would mix.
Yeah, how it would mix.
Well, I think people just.
I'd be open to try it all.
I would try anything as long as I know what your kitchen looks like.
Yeah. Yes, true.
Yeah. So,
everybody's house.
You can't eat at everybody's house. That is so true. 18 is bellinis with smoked salmon, which bellinis, I think, are more of a hollowed out bagel, kind of.
I feel like all this bread and protein and all that would fill me for...
Yes.
Unless it's lighter dishes throughout the whole day or night.
I usually fill up on appetizers anyways.
Yeah.
And then I'm
a
like,
picker.
Meh.
I'm a picker, so yeah, I would
don't
definitely
know what
fill up
this
on
is.
Appetizers.
What's Cullen skink? We're just quiet.
I'm just waiting for you to tell me what it is.
It's a rich soup with smoked haddock, potatoes, and leeks. Oh, okay. All right.
A lot of the same ingredients. Another trend here. Kind of like our meatballs.
It's not just a bowl of soup. It's a great way to start your meal. Okay. Oh, and look at this. They have maple sriracha devils on horseback.
Oh.
They like to call things on horseback.
Yeah.
So what it is dates stuffed with blue cheese and wrapped in bacon.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So very similar. And that's it.
Wow, amazing.
That's 20 British appetizers if you were ever curious.
Hopefully it inspired someone to try something different.
Yeah, if you're going to try something different, honestly, take dates, cut them open, take the seed out, the pit out, stuff them with goat cheese, wrap them with bacon, bake them in the oven until the bacon is crispy. Like if you're looking for something new and kind of fancy, those are so good.
So that's kind of like sweet and salty then.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And a little tangy, right?
What you got in your hands?
Hand warmers.
Is it that cold down here?
No, it's not. Thanks, Eric. It was cold on the way over here, though. But I heard it's supposed to be like in the 50s for Christmas.
No.
Yes.
I want a white Christmas.
I know. It ain't happening this year, girl.
You know what? It's because Steven's flying in from Florida and he's bringing the heat.
Yes.
Oh.
Thanks, Steven. But you know what? I have this suspicious feeling that January and February are going to be absolute
dump
hell in the Midwest.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Stay strong, everybody. Stay strong.
February is always the coldest month.
Yeah.
So I feel like
terrible.
it's really going to be bad. But, hey, at least this is like helping our depression.
Yeah. So if you want to try something new, try a new appetizer.
Yes.
Don't try something new at the work holiday party, all right?
And you're going to piss the family off if you try to change a mac and cheese. Don't be trying things on the holiday. No. Like Meredith said, an appetizer, new one, cool. Bring it in, but don't replace the one you usually bring.
Yeah.
Because what if it
if
sucks?
They said taco dip.
They want taco dip.
They want taco dip.
Don't be bringing no goat stuffed dates.
Yeah. Yeah. And send my aunt the recipe.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we got the food down. Now let's talk about what not to do at your company's holiday party. Now, all things go family and friends, right? We all know they get crazy.
Yeah.
But this is people that you work with.
Yeah.
Even if you think they're friends, they're not. They're coworkers. They're coworkers. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
or your boss.
yeah, I was gonna say, or your boss. I was trying to think of like what would be the worst.
Or HR.
Your boss's boss. You know, when you have a company party, everyone's invited. It means company party. CEO, CFO. So stop it.
Don't mess
I have
around.
seen pictures from friends of how some of their parties have gone, and people are on the ground and didn't really wear appropriate.
You know what?
Whatever. Nowadays, all fashion goes, but it was some of the stuff was.
Have you ever had maybe the place you work at now, but before you worked at the place you work at now, because now you're corporate. Have you ever had a Christmas party anywhere else?
I think we had one where you work. I think we may have had
really?
one. Yeah, but I don't know that it was because it was so cold. It wasn't really like a dressed up black tie, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But no, we didn't get them where we worked.
Yeah.
And I don't think I got them before that. No. They did have a very nice one that I did not attend this year for my work, but I actually didn't hear anything about it. So I wonder if it was hush hush.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't hear about it, like they forgot to invite you.
No. No, I didn't hear
damn.
I think everyone probably behaved themselves,
Yeah.
or they just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's fine. Whatever happens.
You do a lot of outings.
We do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So I feel like people are used to hanging out with their coworkers outside of work.
And it's pretty protective. Like
yeah.
they're pretty protected. Like if someone drinks a little too much, it's never talked about.
Right.
It's fine. You just take care of that person and they go home.
Yeah. I'm sure they talk about them the next day.
Yeah.
At the water cooler. Oh, so-and-so didn't show up because she got wasted at axe throwing last night.
It's more of a positive, like, did you see that last night? That was fun. The more she drank, the better she threw.
Because just know, if you fuck around, you're going to find out at your
Yeah.
work party. Everybody's going to be talking about it on Monday. So
I did work with someone that the more she drank, the more she would say. And then, like, the real stories came out. Yeah.
You were like, spill that tea,
I was like, anybody want a shot? And start off with some gossip.
Let's get her going.
So we had a few people answer this, and I'm wondering if most of them are because it happened or they did it. Yeah. So Courtney says, confess your lust for a coworker.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, girl.
And we wrote back that we've seen it happen, and she said, it happened to me.
Oh.
And then Nikki Weed, our friend, says, man, that would be the only reason I'd go. Who loves me this year?
Oh, Nikki, it's us. We love you.
She's amazing.
Not
She's
like
been
that,
doing a lot of travel, but she started her new job this week. Yesterday, we got to see a picture of her desk, so she's ready to go. Kristen Aon Gallery says never, and I mean never, take your top off unless you are prepared to deal with the photo evidence as a poster in the break room.
Oh, no.
That seems so
very
specific.
I know. I kind of miss the 80s when nobody had cell phones.
You think?
God, there was no evidence of the things.
And if you held, what were they called? Camcorders?
Yeah.
Or you'd know that you were getting videotaped because the thing was huge. It was like a big
But
thing,
sometimes you're just drunk and don't care. And you're like, show my
titties. Can't wait to be in the break room.
Yeah.
Dalton says, dress like Santa Claus and ask everyone to sit on your lap.
Ew, creepy.
And it's a meme from The Office.
Oh, that's creepy.
And Sammy says, Michael, you can't ask employees to sit on your lap and say, I need this. I need it now. Don't do that. Don't do
be
that.
creepy, period.
And then Mindy says, what Christmas party?
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the retail workers.
So this one's a good one. Melissa says, get tipsy and start mean-mouthing the boss.
Ooh.
Loose lips sink ships.
Yeah, that's true.
And careers.
You don't want to do
It's
that.
so true. I've seen it. Tammy says, give a confession. And I said, I've heard that before. Nothing ends well when someone says, can I be honest here?
Oh, no.
Let me tell you how to run your company.
Oh, no.
That's never good. And she also said, go home with the boss.
Yeah.
Nope, don't do it.
Don't.
Unless it's your husband or your wife.
Well.
Or your significant other or whatever, right?
But, like, if they're married and you're married, don't do it. If they're married and you're not married, don't do it.
Yeah.
If you're married and they're
married, don't do it. Which one did you miss?
If you're married and they're married, if you're married, if they're not married, whatever, you get it.
If they're quote unquote separating from their wife,
don't do it.
Don't do it. They're not.
She
has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's when you get on to some of the crime shows like Dateline.
Ooh, yeah.
Susan says, have too much to drink. Maybe there should be a 2-drink limit.
Yeah, but then everyone's like, that's so lame.
But the party can be after too.
Yeah.
Like if you have friends that you trust at work, you could do the 2-drink limit at the holiday party and then go somewhere else and do what you want.
Yeah.
And we've definitely seen a few people get in trouble for that. And Steven says, hang mistletoe over various parts of your anatomy.
Oh, awkward.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
That is a funny one, though.
So those are what not to do.
Don't do it.
Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I feel like it sometimes filters out when people say things. Because I feel like I read one more, but
I was gonna say, like, don't hang out at the hors d'oeuvre table and just like eat over all the hors d'oeuvres. Licking your fingers.
I'm gonna go over to Anxiety Makes Me Poop podcast, and I feel like that's what I do when I don't have anything to say.
You hang out by the food?
I don't want to small talk with people, so I'll go to the food and look around and I'll say things out loud like, wow, that looks good. That looks very nice. Who made this? It's a conversation starter.
Oh, that's so
for
funny.
someone that's awkward.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, that's fine. But like I said, don't just be like, don't eat a deviled egg, lick your fingers, and reach for another one. Okay. Let's use some plates and utensils here, guys.
Oh. So we always make that gorp. That's good old, what is it? Good old fashioned raisins and peanuts, or good old raisins and peanuts.
Yeah.
I make that, and I always make sure there's a spoon in there. But I still see people go and they just go grab one M&M.
Yes.
You're touching all the rest of them. I see you.
Yes.
Don't do that. Use spoons.
Yes.
Or dips. They dip their chip, and then they use their chip as a stop it.
Don't double dip for sure.
Yeah, definitely don't double dip.
Take a scoop, put it on your plate, take a couple chips, go sit down.
Yeah.
If you want more, you can come back for more.
Yeah.
Although if it's good, it might be gone. Just take a big scoop.
Take a big scoop, yeah.
Is that it?
That is it.
All right.
That was so it goes so fast. Like we're at over 40 minutes already.
Really?
Yeah, it goes so fast, doesn't it?
Because I added that 20 appetizers.
That was so good. Not.
There's a couple that looked okay.
Well, thanks everybody for listening. Gosh, can you believe we're getting to the
Christmas.
end of the year?
It's insane.
Yeah, have a good Christmas if you celebrate.
Insane.
So fun. I can't believe it.
I'm ready for New Year's.
We are going on 3 years.
That's wild.
What are we doing for it?
I don't know.
We're going to have to celebrate.
Yeah.
We have to get in contact with the winner, too. I would like to go to Richmond Broadhouse and Aeon Gallery. Email us, theclopeneffect@gmail.com.
Yes.
We have not heard from her yet.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so email us. Don't be afraid. We're friendly people.
I will reach out to her. You know, I'm guessing maybe after New Year's.
She's a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend?
She is one of my sister's very good friends from high school.
Oh, great. Oh, so she's very local.
I didn't know she listened.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh,
know she
that's
supported
amazing.
us.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that very much.
Amazing.
Yes.
We have quite a few new listeners,
Do
so
we?
I'm really
Yay,
excited.
welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Welcome to our craziness.
And for those that have been here from day one, man, appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas. We'll talk to
Thanks,
you
guys.
next week. See ya.
Oh, Merry Christmas.